Chef Kris Morningstar's interest in food began at an early age. Growing up in California, he watched his father prepare nightly dinners for the family, eventually taking over the culinary reins himself. He left home intending to study marketing, but the lure of the kitchen called him back, and he soon traded college for cooking school.
He eventually opened restaurants of his own, most recently Terrine, an LA brasserie known for its New World California cuisine. He's now the founder of the recently launched Morningstar Gastronomy, and we are happy to welcome Kris Morningstar to The Dish. Good morning.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here.
So what do we have here apart from two delicious-looking duckies?
Well, why don't we start at the end and go back to the beginning?
Okay.
So we've got, first we've got a Baumkuchen dessert, which is an almond pastry that's cooked in super thin layers, one by one. And then we've got some beautiful citrus right now. So we've got some tangerines and some creme fraiche, just kind of like a light, clean dessert to finish with. Then we've got Brussels sprouts. We've got kind of an Asian-style scallion vinaigrette, moving into the duck, which was spiced with star anise, so we have kind of a similar connection. Then we have roasted baby carrots. With these, we've glazed them with a little bit of honey, soy, and actually Worcestershire sauce. Which gives it kind of a really cool, interesting flavor. Finished with a little Bloomsdale spinach. And then we've got our beet salad. Again, we're beautiful beets and citrus right now. So it's beets, cara oranges, blood oranges, mint, and a little bit of orange blossom vinaigrette and pistachios. And then, of course, Anthony, we've got...
The colors match the drink, I noticed.
It's setting off your
noticing.
So we have an East India Manhattan made with rye, sweet vermouth, and sherry, along with some bitters.
Gorgeous. So an interesting part of your bio, your dad was the one that was in the kitchen pretty regularly,
My
right?
dad
That's
was
like it's sort of an interesting twist on a family dynamic of your. What was that like, and what was his cooking like?
At the beginning, his cooking was very simple. I remember a lot of overcooked shrimp as a youth. But then he started watching, kind of the dawn of the Food Network. He was sitting there with legal pads and just writing all recipes down, and he was cooking every night. And for him, it was relaxing to come home from work and to cook. And for my mom, that did not relax her in any way. My mom is a great cook, but she would do all of the holiday meals. And beautiful turkeys and amazing, cheese and leek dishes with Boursin cheese.
Wow.
So some really cool stuff.
Everybody knew how to cook in your family.
They do. In fact, even my sister works for a food blog currently.
But meanwhile, you threw your first dinner party at age 14 for like 10 people?
At 14. And I did not know what I was doing.
On the menu, by the way.
It was, yes, I was 14, but it was a whiskey, a bourbon, and garlic marinated tri-tip steak.
I love your marinating steak and bourbon at the age of 14.
It's amazing.
There was some roasted baby potatoes and then some asparagus. And I didn't know as a chef what we do now is we blanch our vegetables first in order to pop the green color, and then we would, continue to roast them. And in this case, I just cooked those asparagus from start to finish in butter, and they were brown, but they were delicious.
Talk to us a little bit about California, because you're over there. The cuisine is very much the vanguard of American cooking, but it's changed a lot from high-end cuisine to more what we call new American cuisine.
I think that especially in California is a much more laid back vibe, and so fine dining is struggling, and so what's happening is people are more and more going to a casual energy where you'll even be out in a celebrity wearing a t-shirt and a beanie. You'll be sitting next to you while you're having a croque madame. Yeah,
and there's also cannabis cuisine, which is on the rise, right?
There is. It's interesting, since I started Morningstar Gastronomy, or MSG as I call it. I've started getting inquiries about people wanting to do, cannabis dinners or weed dinners, and I'm sitting there going, I mean, how much do I put in? I don't even know.
Well, I hope you learn the dosages quickly, Chef.
I will need to, yes. Research. Fortunately, the internet has everything these days.
I have to ask you the question as I ask you to sign this dish.
Of course.
The question we ask all chefs, which is, if you could share this meal with anyone past or present, who would it be?
I would love to share it with my grandmother. She wasn't a great cook, but...
Was she a great eater?
I think she would really be appreciative and proud of what I've done. Her potato pancakes, though, were amazing.
I can imagine.
One great dish will do it.
Chef Kris Morningstar, thanks for the time. And for more on Kris Morningstar and The Dish, head to our website at cbsthismorning.com.